I think this is what Flip told me when summer was beginning. By the end of summer, 500 subs. If it's not you, Flip, and whoever the YouTube subscriber was foresaw this particular event happening, and to think I hit 500 subs is amazing. I'm just one of the many people on YouTube with a Call of Duty channel, and while this channel will never get big compared to the giants like the ones in the Machinima contract, I say 500 subs is pretty good, especially since most of my subs were carried over from my other channel, the one known as Insanity Vids, where it all started for me. You have some Call of Duty channels where the YouTuber does something special for every 100 sub they get. Well, unfortunately, time is an invaluable resource, and there's just not enough time for me to do something special like a montage. Hence, this video is intended to be a dedication to all the people I know who are part of Call of Duty. Shoutouts and props ahoy. First off, no one gets a bigger shout than my best friend, Arsenic Piranha. I got into Call of Duty on the Wii, starting with World at War. No, correction. He got me into Call of Duty. I just introed him to the series, but he played the actual game first, and he got me addicted to it. He actually studied World at War beforehand, and once he played the game, he will be the one teaching me how to go about regarding guns and perks. Regarding video games, recording video games was something I've always wanted to do for a long time, but again, he beat me to it first, and although he gave me his setup, the one I use to record used less equipment. He has a YouTube channel, although he's not active on it. My other channel, Insanity Vids, took a hint from his channel name. I wanted the channel to just be Insanity, like most of the other YouTube channels who have gamer tags or PSN IDs that are pretty much the exact same as on the YouTube channel name. But because the registration said that the name was already taken, I just stuck on Vids after that, and I was like, done. We both stuck to playing the Wii for a long time, until one day my best friend got a PS3 and started playing on it. You know, I was eventually going to get a PS3 since I'm a Sony follower, but I wasn't sure when. Except for my best friend. He helped me find an awesome deal for an 80GB PS3 that was in working condition, backwards compatible, and was only used for 1 week for $200. $200. That's the same price as the PS2 when it first launched. Compared to the retail PS3 prices of $500 plus during the time I got this deal, and you've got to be kidding me if you think $200 for a fairly recent, relatively new PS3 isn't a good deal. New PS3s are now $300, and I think that's definitely a good price tag, but they don't compare to the deal I got with my 80GB PS3. The best part behind it all, I secured my PS3 3 months before Modern Warfare 2 even came out. In the coming months before launch, I gave in and bought World at War again on the PS3 due to my best friend's pestering. And even though I was like, Modern Warfare 2 is almost coming out, it would be a move I would never regret, ever. World at War is my favorite Call of Duty to this day. If it weren't for my best friend, this channel would not have existed, and I wouldn't be uploading vids of all 3 recent Call of Duty games on the PS3 here. I would have just stuck to my other channel and continued to upload various games. Not that I have a problem with that. I'm not sure if some of the subscribers on my other channel have bitter feelings about me completely abandoning that channel and halting with the upload of Wii related videos. And if they did, or still do, unfortunately at this point apologizing would be out of the question. But that's where my second round of thanks goes to. The Wii fans and subs from my other channel. And as it's better to mention them sooner than later, Treyarch. They made my channel, they helped it grow, and they deserve recognition for the acknowledgement that Call of Duty works pretty damn well on the Wii. During its original run, Treyarch got hate for the Wii version being a completely inferior version to the HD ones. But as any reasonable Wii fan knows, 1. Infinity Ward had not and will never make a Call of Duty on the Wii. 2nd, Call of Duty 3 on the Wii didn't even have online, it was just campaign only. So, for Treyarch to include online in the Wii version, they deserve props. There's not that many online games on Wii anyway, especially ones of hardcore first-person shooters. Now Treyarch, specifically their team designed solely for Wii development, went out of their way to port Infinity Ward's Call of Duty 4 to the Wii, with no marketing or advertising whatsoever, as an apology for their iteration of the Call of Duty franchise to Wii fans. Surprisingly, the game still sold. But even more surprisingly, there's people who actually hate Reflex and find themselves enjoying World at War Wii more than Reflex, despite Reflex being far superior in terms of the content. What's the whole meaning behind this? The point is, World at War kicks ass, and we have Treyarch to thank for giving us that game, especially for Wii owners, and me, when I only had a Wii back then. Thank you, Treyarch, for my first foray into the world of Call of Duty, where its online can be so addicting that all my other games are deprived of playtime hours. I'm sure all Wii fans will love you even more once Black Ops comes out, and they've taken the words "as much content as possible" very seriously. So let's hope you don't let them down. Shout out to the following people from my Wii days, and whom I've met even while they were still on the Wii. The three most notable being Janny Jan, Flip Your Hip, and PMers. Jan and Flip were both people who stuck with me throughout my run on the other channel, giving comments on my videos, using Skype to communicate on the Wii since there was no means of communication, at least normally, and even that one video of our Tricom. They were both 360 players, so unfortunately we parted ways when we left the Wii. But Flip has stuck around to comment my videos, and for that I'm grateful. PMers is a funny case to me. She, and yes that's right people, a girl COD gamer. Well, for whatever reason, when I see her comments on my videos, I find that they have their own style to them. I was getting this weird sense that in those comments, PMers is talking in a way that says, I'm not really using English. It made it seem all the more convincing when PMers started uploading videos and included music that really gave off that vibe. All until PMers finally said, I'm a girl, and everyone's jaw dropped. PMers has a PS3 and I played with her once in a game of Call of Duty 4. I don't remember if I played with her in Modern Warfare 2, but she actually prefers the Wii and will continue to upload videos on the Wii. To me, she's the most hardcore Call of Duty fan, having World at War on the Wii, Call of Duty 4 on both the Wii and PS3, and of course Modern Warfare 2. I told the subs on my other channel I was going to get Modern Warfare Reflex, but now it's way too late and it seems I can't be trusted to keep promises. I'm only aware of 4 dedicated Wii COD YouTubers, PMers being one of them. The other is Wii Wheeler, Dak93, and Shaunus Rich. However, one thing I found during my run on the other channel was that there was a dedicated group of parent gamers on a Wii who call themselves Team MP. That would be the coolest thing I've ever seen. A community of Wii gamers who are parents, and even have their own forums. Sure, there are adults who are parents who are gamers, but a group dedicated solely to competitive Wii games is in an entirely different matter. Nothing else in the world can surprise me more than that. Next up, RuneScape, whom I find notable for his willingness to play Call of Duty with me, on a Wii that is, but being unable to just because he port forwarded his router, and that rendered our invites to each other useless. Heck, I don't remember the last time I even played with him at all. And I don't know, I guess one thing I do find kind of interesting about you is that when I read your comments, I feel like there's an actual person talking out, like I hear a person talking in those comments, and I don't know why, but I guess I'm just weird like that. Next, Cookie Monsters, who made intro for me, but more notably is quite crazy for Call of Duty, and at one time he couldn't hold in his enthusiasm when he was talking to me on Skype for the first time, until I reasoned with him to settle down. But he and Fu Baggins are both relatively young, and reinforced my hope that not everyone under the clearly labeled 17+ age rating is incapable of handling M-rated games like a normal person. Since the Call of Duty franchise exploded with lots of new gamers whom I have a feeling are below its intended age rating, I hope that we see more people like Cookie Monsters and Fu Baggins, instead of kids with names that have all these nonsensical symbols, are filled with X's and Z's, and they gain some kind of ego boost from playing a game like Call of Duty. And Modern Warfare 2 is most notable for having a bunch of 12-year-olds who kind of fit that description. Now, both Cookie Monsters and Fu Baggins have a YouTube channel, but this whole channel business is something I'll get to later. And then a few names I can't think of notable things for, but I'll throw out because I can remember you guys at least. My long name sucks, Dogface Rar, I Dodge the Rain, and Sniping Champion. There's definitely a lot more people I'm forgetting, and once again, I can't remember all of your names, so freeing props for so many people from my Wii days and on the other channel is really tough. Some notable people I've met and played with online include Illmatic, Tofu for Life, who has a channel, Rins1, Elite AC130, aka Guitar Hero Master on YouTube, Denism, aka Crazy Menace, and Kiln5 on YouTube, B-Res Boy, Dylan, Rocker Skater, aka Rocker Gaming, or playing Modern Warfare. The list can go on and on and on, and I wish I can continue as such since this is a dedication video, but I just have to hurry it up a bit. Rins, thanks so much for Pinnacle Studios 12. That really helped me so much for this channel, and I hope the nuke videos I have for you on my channel still make you smile, especially since you kind of have the means to record, but you're just not willing to do so. And this also goes for other people who I have uploaded nukes for. Even if you guys lack the ability to record, or you're kind of lazy, a part of you has already been implanted into the Call of Duty YouTube community, whether it be the nukes I've uploaded for you or the 1v1 sniper matches. Elite AC130, I know you wanted props, but I think you're giving me far too much credit. Calling me a legend is definitely stretching it. I don't compare to the greats of YouTubers with a machinima contract under their belt. There's only one guy I consider a legend, and he will be Pyrotos, the best PS3 COD player in my mind, after PMers asked me who was the best COD player on PS3 and 360. This concludes my round of shoutouts and my dedication video. Once again, if I forgot anybody, please don't think I overlooked you. A heads up will do. Lastly, please check my description for a list of channels to subscribe to. I will include a brief description of each channel, but you'll just have to click on them and find out what kind of stuff they do. These guys could really use more subs, and while the gameplay and quality will vary, it doesn't hurt to see what these guys have been up to. With that said, this ends this commentary, and I hope you enjoy the rest of the video. Thank you, and have a good day.
Recon plane acquired! Our recon plane